Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I probably present to you another video. This is going to be my SummerSlam 2013 pay-per-view predictions and slash preview, my preview show of giving my insights and my thoughts on SummerSlam 2013, the card structure and the way the matches take place, the winners, the losers, and how the storyline development it will develop in the coming weeks. I'm looking forward to Night of Champions, Over the Limit, Hell in a Cell, and then Survivor Series, TLC, Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, WrestleMania 30, and on and on and on. Well, maybe not that far. But when I was on vacation, this is before the pay-per-view predictions, when on vacation, I got 2 new DVDs, figured I'd show you guys. It's really a DVD update, so you're getting 2 videos in one, and it's Backlash and Judgment Day 2003, so figured I'd update you guys on that. Anyway, on to the predictions. Alright, so we have Natalya versus Brie Bella. There's been heat boiling on Total Divas recently, and also Brie Bella slapped Natalya on Raw when Natalya slapped Brie Bella before. And then it's rumored that it's going to be Maria Menounos. It's not labeled on WWE.com yet, but on Twitter recently, Layla was talking about how she wanted to be Brie's partner, as a mystery partner, so there's no telling who is it going to be. It's going to be Natalya and Maria Menounos versus Brie Bella and somebody else. So they'll probably just fetch in Nikki Bella or possibly, somebody else, but it's weird having 2 Divas matches. Well, not really 2 Divas matches, but another Divas match on the show, another match that's involving Divas. In my opinion, I think that the heels will go over here with Brie Bella and the mystery partner. Now, next match, mixed tag team match action. We have Big E Langston and AJ Lee, the Divas champion, the current and reigning defending WWE Divas champion. I sound like Paul Heyman. And then we have them going up against Caitlyn and the Master of the Spear versus Dolph Ziggler. And I really like Dolph Ziggler's face turn. Not much as I liked him in his heel days, but I like Dolph Ziggler's face turn. He really needs it like the Miz did in 2012. It's opening up different storylines. But is Dolph Ziggler going to jump from the mid-card after this match? I mean, what is there really for him to do besides feud with AJ? Maybe a couple more weeks and then involving him in the world title match picture or the Intercontinental Championship picture, which he has been in the mid-card for a lot of time with the U.S. title and the Intercontinental Championship. Just saying. Where does Big E Langston go from here? We don't know exactly. Will he be AJ Lee's bodyguard? Will it be AJ Lee's lover? We do not know. Caitlyn will probably just flounder in the Divas division. AJ Lee will go on the feud with other people in the Divas division, possibly Natalya, who I'm a big fan of, Natty by nature. But my thoughts and opinions on this match, recently, Caitlyn and AJ have had a pretty good feud. I mean, they've had a couple of matches, and a lot of people didn't look forward to. The Payback match was pretty good. The Money in the Bank match was and then the SmackDown match only lasted about 2 to 4 minutes anyway, so it really wasn't a match for the Divas Championship. Maybe it was AJ Lee versus Stephanie McMahon we were wanting to feud for, but we got Caitlyn and AJ, and then so Caitlyn's still in the Divas picture, although she lost like 3 matches for the Divas Championship. I mean, she lost her rematch and her number 1 contendership match, so there's really no need for her to keep her back in the contendership picture, although she does have a t-shirt, so when you have a t-shirt and when you're a diva, that means you're sort of popular. With Eve's botch, which, she was supposed to be the number 1 contender, but anyway, from Night of Champions, if you remember that. But my opinion is I think Dolph Ziggler and Caitlyn should win this match, and that's just my opinion. I don't think Big E Langston and AJ Lee need to win this match, but I just think Dolph Ziggler really needs to win this match, as well as AJ Lee. AJ Lee, what am I saying? Oh, Dolph Ziggler and Caitlyn would defeat, Anyway, let's go ahead and give you my kickoff predictions for the pay-per-view. RVD versus Dean Ambrose. It's rumored that in this match, Dean Ambrose will probably get disqualified, and then it will set up a 6-man tag. Well, we saw that on SmackDown, so it's possible, but it's not really possible. I think it's going to be Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns for the tag team titles against Big Show and Mark Henry for the tag titles later on in the show. But again, it's all up in the air. But I think Dean Ambrose will win this match by DQ, so Dean Ambrose wins this match and retains his United States Championship, and I don't know what they're going to do with RVD afterwards. Then we have the Ring of Fire match between Kane and Bray Wyatt. Ha ha ha. I am a huge fan of Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family, and a lot of people know that, especially Anything Goes show. Nick and John the Pick and Mr. Charisma 06. They know that I'm a huge fan of the Wyatt family, and I hope that the Wyatts feud with the WWE Championship sooner or later with John Cena, possibly just a huge monster push. And monster, I don't need no pun intended, to, defeating the purpose of having the monsters at the Wyatt family as monsters. But I think the Wyatt family is going to win. Of course, it's not an Inferno match. This is a ring surrounded by fire, according to Michael Cole talking on the announcer saying that nobody's supposed to get burnt, but it's supposed to not have interference in the match. So I think Bray Wyatt's going to win. I mean, he has to win. It's going to bury him if he doesn't win with Kane. Kane doesn't even need to win anyway, so it's pretty logical that they're going to have Bray Wyatt win this match. Damien Sandow versus Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes has got... I love Cody Rhodes as a face. I mean, I thought it was great. It was so well done in Money in the Bank 2013. Him fighting off the Shield and the Real Americans and all these other guys, Dean Ambrose and stuff. It really showed his heart and determination to try to win the Money in the Bank. He's like, see ya, bye, and then he throws Dean Ambrose off the ladder. And then all of a sudden, Damien Sandow comes in because he was hiding the whole match and throws his partner. And then there goes the conglomerate and the calamities of Damien Sandow and Cody Rhodes, and they spread apart. In my opinion, it's not for the Money in the Bank briefcase. It could be labeled in the pre-show that it's possibly going to be the briefcase is on the line. So far, I don't think so. I think Damien Sandow's going to win this just to solidify himself that he's the Money in the Bank, and you need to care about Damien Sandow going forward, and WWE wants you to believe him as a world champion. Cody Rhodes, where does he go from here? Possibly. What I was thinking if they had this, Damien Sandow, the briefcase is on the line, and if Cody Rhodes wins, then he's got the Money in the Bank briefcase. And then if Damien Sandow wins, Cody Rhodes can be the holder of the briefcase. Now, that would have been a great stipulation. I thought that would have been awesome. And in my opinion, I think that could have Cody Rhodes work his way up to the world title picture in the shadow or the spotlight with Damien Sandow. And I think that it could have been like the John Cena Nexus storyline, but they had John Cena push and then Nexus go all the way down. But I think it could be the exact opposite with both of these guys going up and then Cody Rhodes just rising a little bit more than Damien Sandow. So that's just my thoughts. I think Damien Sandow will win this match. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't remember. The Best versus the Beast. Let that sink in. Brock Lesnar versus CM Punk. I am pretty excited for this match. I probably won't order the pay-per-view because I have something very well planned. I'd rather have some rare WWF DVDs, wink wink, than a SummerSlam pay-per-view when I can watch on DVD and get the free results live on Raw. But I would love to watch SummerSlam live, but it's probably not. But the Best versus the Beast, it's been having great build-up with Paul Heyman and CM Punk having 2 back-to-back weeks with great promo segments with Paul Heyman fighting for CM Punk's job and him getting fired for CM Punk, basically, which is a true story if you watch the documentary and just their history in ECW. Although Paul Heyman was affiliated with the Big Show and his bodyguards around in the ECW time, the new ECW time, not the old ECW, the revival of the ECW, which really wasn't a revival, was more of a Vince McMahon's nice kill-off to the ECW alumnus and the people that and what ECW represented. But basically, they have a lot of good promos stating with CM Punk and Paul Heyman, and then you add in this huge monstrosity of Brock Lesnar coming in the WWE and attacking CM Punk, the dream match that we thought was going to happen in the first place. And I thought that it was well done. I thought it was really well done with Brock Lesnar attacking CM Punk and CM Punk's face turn after the Payback 2013 pay-per-view, and then him and Alberto Del Rio confronting him, making his heel persona go sky up. Well, somewhat, and then CM Punk's face going sky up as well. And I thought that was awesome. So then we have CM Punk versus Brock Lesnar. Really, Brock Lesnar would... I'm sorry if you... I know this is sports entertainment, but really, Brock Lesnar would kill CM Punk in real life. And I'm sorry, CM Punk might put up a fight, but I think Brock Lesnar would definitely kill CM Punk in real life. But does really, in this sports entertainment spectacle, does CM Punk need to win? Or does Brock Lesnar need to win? I mean, you had the Curtis Axel feud, and Curtis Axel was not even scheduled in here, so he could interfere, although this is not a no-holds-barred match. CM Punk versus Brock Lesnar could they carry on the feud with a disqualification possibly? Could Brock Lesnar send CM Punk off? Or could CM Punk beat Brock Lesnar in a miracle match? And that sends Brock Lesnar away so he can have more dates leading up to WrestleMania 30 possibly. You know, it's all up in the air. But in my opinion, I think CM Punk should win, just to make him more believable if he goes back into the WWE Championship picture, or he starts feuding with Curtis Axel. And that could, if he feuds with Curtis Axel, that means Curtis Axel could simply rise above CM Punk if he beat, like, just look at it this way: CM Punk beats Brock Lesnar, Curtis Axel beats CM Punk. That means, you know, Brock Lesnar's right here, CM Punk's right here if he beats him, and then Curtis Axel's right here. He could go up right here. Just saying. So that could really benefit Curtis Axel a lot if he drops the belt for the IC title or not. It just depends. Then we have the World Heavyweight Championship match. So, CM Punk wins. I just told you that. But then we have the World Heavyweight Championship match. Alberto Del Rio versus Christian. And it's rumored that Christian will be retiring, but I really don't believe that. I mean, if you watch Sean's View Entertainment and you believe that, I don't think he's... well, you know, if you like Sean's View, that's cool with me. But, you know... Anyway, we have, hold on. Christian versus Alberto Del Rio. I cannot stand Alberto Del Rio at all. I'm not a fan of his heel or his face days at all. I couldn't even stand him when he debuted in 2010 in October on that area, and he attacked Rey Mysterio, and he broke Christian's arm. And then he, you know, Survivor Series and bragging rights, he walked out on the team of SmackDown, and then he lost a TLC match, and he took a pretty good table bump. And then after that, Royal Rumble wins the title. Really? Del Rio win the 40-man Royal Rumble? I mean, that's pretty good booking there. Then you just have him lose to Edge and just kind of bury him off. Then he loses to Christian at Extreme Rules. So, basically, Christian's already got 2 wins on him. One in SmackDown, and then one, you know, at Extreme Rules 2011 in the ladder match for the world title. But it was with Edge's interference somewhat. But Christian, I expect Christian to possibly, you know... I think that it'd be best for Alberto Del Rio to win and possibly feud with somebody else new, or maybe Christian win, but I think I'm going to go with Alberto Del Rio to win here. I'd like to see Christian win the title, but more than likely you're going to give it to Alberto Del Rio. Special guest, main event time, special guest referee Triple H will be officiating the WWE Championship match between the champ is here, John Cena, versus... Daniel Bryan. Now, Daniel Bryan has had a tremendous year from 2012, from WrestleMania 28, you can argue, when he got Brogue kicked in 18 seconds to lose the world title, which he grasped, and he made that idea better, and then he had a great 2 out of 3 falls match at Extreme Rules. Then he had a tremendous match at Over the Limit 2012, which I attended, and people would say, oh, that was a horrible event, I bet you were the worst there, no, I was not. It was a tremendous match, loved watching it live. Then he had another match with CM Punk, we gave him another monster push, then he interfered with and he was going back and forth with The Rock at Raw 1000. Then he had the marriage and all that kind of stuff. Daniel Bryan, Team Hell No saga. And then I thought Kane was going to get abducted by Bray Wyatt, which would have made more sense to make him part of the Wyatt family like a zombie or whatever. But no, it didn't happen. So Daniel Bryan is still on his great push, and Mr. McMahon wants to make him the corporate champion, which I don't really agree with, because Daniel Bryan is a great champion, although this is scripted. I think Daniel Bryan is good what he is right now. People love Daniel Bryan more than John Cena, and I think it is just me, or does John Cena seem like he is, you know, turning somewhat heel? Could he become the corporate champion? My thoughts, I think there's a lot of combustible elements that you could put. You could have Orton cash in after Daniel Bryan beats John Cena. And then you could have Orton as a huge heel. And, you know, you could just slap all the internet fans in the face. You took away my moment of, you know, Daniel Bryan winning and stuff like that. We wanted to see him win, but that didn't happen. You can have that. Or you can have Triple H turn heel and pedigree Daniel Bryan. Just kill his momentum like he did CM Punk, which I don't want to see, but it'd be cool to see Triple H as a heel once again. And then align himself with Mr. McMahon and John Cena as the corporate champion. Not really as a heel, but as a face. Anyway, I have Daniel Bryan winning. this match. Possibly it's a really strange situation with these guys, Triple H and Daniel Bryan. Anyway, that's it for me. Cupbreaker 146. Thank you for watching very much. I really appreciate it. And 133 subscribers. I know we can keep that going. Thank you very much for subscribing and giving me your comments, feedback, etc., etc. And peace.